I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. It is Monday, May 11th, 2026, 9 o'clock a.m. We'll call the regularly scheduled meeting of the Board of County Commissioners to order. Roll call, please.
Perry Buck.
Here.
Lynette Pepler.
Present.
Kevin Ross.
Here.
Jason Maxey.
Here.
Scott James.
Here. Let the record reflect all 5 county commissioners are present. Minutes, I'd ask.
Mr. Chair, I would like to move for the approval of the minutes from April 27th, 2026. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Buck, second by Commissioner Pepler to approve the minutes of April 27th. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Amendments to the agenda. Houston? Yeah.
There are none.
Thank you. I'd ask for an approval of the consent agenda, please.
Move to approve consent agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ross, second by Commissioner Pepler to approve the consent agenda. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Presentations and proclamations. This is National Weld County Police Officers Week, May 10th through the 16th, 2026. National Peace Officers Memorial Day on May 15, 2026, and Weld County Fallen Officer Memorial Tribute Ceremony, May 14, 2026. Let me read this into the record quickly. Whereas the Congress of the United States of America has designated the week of May 10 through May 16, 2026 to be dedicated as National Police Week, and Friday, May 15, 2026 as National Peace Officers Memorial Day. And whereas law enforcement officers are the guardians of life and property and the defenders of the individual rights and freedoms guaranteed by the Constitution, working tirelessly to fight against crime and other wrongs to society. And whereas it is known that in 2025, every 78 hours, an American law enforcement officer died in the line of duty somewhere in this great country. And during the last year, 111 brave men and women have lost their lives in the performance of their duties. Our community joins with other cities, towns, and counties to honor all peace officers everywhere throughout our great nation. And where it is known that the citizens of Weld County have lost 10 officers, troopers, and deputies in the line of duty, Officers Lee Whitman, Deputy Earl Buckner, Trooper Wallace McCarty, Officer Richard Ware, Officer James Longworth, Officer Richard Hart, Deputy Sam Brownlee, Trooper Daniel Groves, Master Trooper William Madden, Officer Ty Allen Powell, and whereas the Board of County Commissioners call upon all citizens in Weld County to especially honor and show our sincere appreciation for the peace officers of this county by deed, remark, and attitude. We call upon all citizens to make every effort to express their thanks to our officers and make it possible for all of us to leave our homes and family in safety each and every day and to return to our homes, our loved ones, government, and way of life against all those who would violate the law and seek to destroy our way of life. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Board of County Commissioners that the week of May 10 through May 16, 2026 be known as Weld County Police Officers Week, and Friday, May 15, 2026 to be known as Peace Officer Memorial Day, and a Weld County Fallen Officer Memorial Tribute Ceremony honoring those lost will be held on May 14, 2026. Signed this day, all 5 county commissioners. Very good. Captain Turner, please.
Well, first, Commissioner James, thank you very much for having us today. And thank you for reading that. You read it way better than I probably could. So I see a lot of different days where we recognize different groups, you know, in our government or in our community and the way they serve our communities. Their good work is acknowledged, the hard effort they put in, everything there. First responders do a little differently. And unfortunately, it's done through recognition of sacrifice. I wish we could just stand up for 1 year and say, hey, thank you for all the traffic stops you did. Well, I guess most people wouldn't thank us for that. But thank you for keeping our community safe. But instead, we have to acknowledge that there was sacrifice. This year, we're grateful that it's a low number. 111 is probably the lowest number that I've seen in all my years here. But it's 111 too many. And I think we also have to acknowledge that for every one of those people, all 111 of them, we don't know how many people are attached to them, how many survivors they leave behind, whether that's their family, the people they worked with. That 111 is a bigger number than it looks like just on that website every year. So we do thank you for reading that off, and we're excited to work with the community and keep this place safe as much as we can every single day. But it does come with sacrifice. So to acknowledge that sacrifice, we're going to have an event this Thursday. I'm going to let Sergeant Record talk about that because I don't do it. He has a team of people that help him out. I am not going to take credit for that. But we do want to make sure that the community is invited and that they get to come and help recognize those 111 people who gave their lives in the ultimate sacrifice to keep our community safe. So, Record?
As Captain Turner said, I'm Sergeant Record with the Sheriff's Office in charge of the Honor Guard. Yeah, obviously you guys are invited to that event, but basically it's May 14th, Thursday at 6 p.m. at Bittersweet Park, and the Honor Guard team sets up 100, and this year will be 111 flags to represent that officer that, as Captain Turner said, sacrificed for the line of duty. But we'll set up. Hopefully the commissioners will be there. One of you guys will read that proclamation. And then we'll go through and we'll read the names, and then we'll do a 3-gun volley to signify the sacrifice that those officers made. So just appreciate your guys' continued support. I've done this event now for 5 or 6 years, and as the captain said, it's one of the lowest numbers, but again, it's still too many. So just appreciate your guys' support, the community support, and love working for Weld County just because the support here for our law enforcement officers is greater than what I think we've seen around the nation. So thanks again.
Thanks, Sergeant.
And I'd like to acknowledge that while this does take place in May, planning and coordination for this starts January 1st. So Record, thank you for your hard work. That's all I have for you.
Very good. Comments from commissioners. Commissioner Pepper, please.
We dedicate 1 week to the far too many peace officers who gave their lives to protect and serve their communities. A day or night of work may be full of reports or patrol or other things that seem mundane. And in the blink of an eye, they're going to potentially face imminent danger. And I want to give my thanks to these amazing folks who walk towards it rather than running away. Please accept my appreciation to the officers that have given all that they had. My appreciation to the families who have shared their loved one and even lost them in their service. I've been there at the ceremonies and watched 30 buses of family members come rolling in, and it's heartbreaking. May we continue to be inspired by their courage and continue to honor their best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Commissioner Maxey.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Captain Turner and Sergeant Record, thank you for being here today to be a part of this proclamation. We appreciate your service, as we do with all the other deputies that are in the Sheriff's Office and all the other staff that are there and the teammates that help make Weld County a safer place day by day. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate the diligence that you all have to uphold the law in a place like Weld County, where it might be a little bit easier since we're Weld County, but in a state like ours that loves to pass legislation that makes it harder and harder for you all every day to do your job. Thank you for what you do and continue to do, because it is very much appreciated. Also, thank you for the dedication and service from, not only just the officers, but I also want to talk about the families for just a minute. The families sacrifice a lot for all the men and women in blue who put on that uniform every day and who protect our communities. Also, there's husbands, wives, kids. As you mentioned, Captain, there's extended family who are impacted just as much as the actual people who put their, raise their hand and say, I'm ready to volunteer to do this job. So thank you to all the families as well. Look forward to being out there at the Fallen Officers Memorial. It's a sobering moment to recognize all those folks who lost their lives in the line of duty, but it is something that I think is very much deserved and appreciated from a community standpoint, to be able to read those names into the record and to be able to just recognize that sacrifice that they made. So look forward to that. Thank you again very much, and thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
Commissioner Ross, please.
First and foremost, I want to apologize for not being able to be there Thursday night. I'm going to be out of town doing some work for the commissioners, but please know I'm with you in spirit. The fact that you said it's only 111 people this year is quite troubling that you have to say that. When you talk about sacrifice, it is the ultimate sacrifice of that officer to give that life. But on a day-to-day level of sacrifice, the families of all of our law officers, they make, not knowing if their loved one's going to come home, the stress that it takes in a state like ours, where it puts financial impacts on you and puts your assets at play, it's troubling. And you get on social media and you see people cheering on these acts of violence against our law officers or our military personnel. It's appalling. It's disgusting. And it just makes me sick. I'm grateful we do live here, where I believe the overwhelming sentiment in Weld County is still pro law enforcement, and we support you. And I just want to say, I support you. And I know this board does as well. And I just want to say thank you because I know it's not an easy profession that you guys take on. Not everyone can do it. And thank you for taking up that cross and carrying it.
Thank you, sir.
Commissioner Buck, please.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chair, and I want to thank Captain Turner and also Sheriff Recor. Again, I guess my biggest eye-opening experience was with my ride-along. And again, she was just unafraid of whatever was in front of her. And I know all of you do that every day, and it's just amazing, remarkable. And as long as I'm in office, I tell you that we will always appreciate, we will always support you, and we will always respect you. So thank you so very, very much for all that you do. And my hearts go out to the families for the 111 that we've lost, but we will prevail good versus evil. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, ma'am.
Certainly agree with all the comments made by my fellow commissioners. You know, we do probably 80, 90 proclamations in a given year. I hear from people. For example, in the upcoming year, Eaton will probably win 8 or 10 state championships. Those kids will come in.
It'll be a low year.
We had a very nice month, National Old Persons Month this last week. We rightfully do many of these proclamations that they celebrate certain things. And I've literally heard from some people saying, but geez, I don't feel like I'm ever celebrated in one of those proclamations. This proclamation involves every individual in Weld County because Eaton couldn't win 8 or 10 state championships, and the old people couldn't be old, and the foster adopt people couldn't foster adopt. We couldn't do all the things all those other proclamations celebrate and recognize, were it not for the service of your brave staff and for the sacrifice of those that we'll honor here in the coming week. So thank you for doing so. We would appreciate the opportunity to take a photo with you and your staff, if you'd be so kind.
Absolutely.
Okay, next is bids. This is approved bid B 2600-056, bulk Portland Cement, Department of Public Works. Good morning, Toby.
Good morning, Toby Taylor with Purchasing. As advertised, this solicitation is for bulk Portland cement. The Public Works Department had received 2 qualified bids and a third that was non-responsive. After reviewing all of the bids, the lowest bid that delivered the best value to Weld County was at a cost of $199.55 per ton. Therefore, Public Works is recommending the award be to CMEX Construction Materials South LLC in a total amount not to exceed $924,116.05.
Questions for Toby or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve bid B 26000058.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Buck, second by Commissioner Ross to approve bid B 2600-058. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Under new business general, number 1 is consider quote for cooperative purchase of 2 biometric identification live scan machines pursuant to State of Colorado Cooperative Price Agreement, REAA 2025-0334, IDEMIA, Identity and Security USA, LLC. Morning, Toby.
The Sheriff's Office has budgeted for 2 10-print/palm capture equipment and cabinets. County Code Section 54100 allows the county to participate in cooperative purchase agreements. The Colorado Department of Public Safety published a bid number REAA 2025-0334. This is the cooperative agreement that is being used for this purchase. Therefore, the Weld County Sheriff's Office is recommending using this cooperative bid to for approval of the two 10-print palm capture equipment and cabinets for a total cost of $60,936.
Questions for Toby or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the resolution to purchase 2 biometric machines for the sheriff's office.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Maxey, second by Commissioner Pepler to approve the resolution. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 2 is to consider quote for cooperative purchase of replacement medical commodity pursuant to amended Sourcewell contract number 041823 STY for Stryker Sales LLC. Toby.
The coroner's office requested an ambulance stretcher cot gurney with power load system that will be a replacement for a vehicle that was damaged and was a total loss. Weld County Code Section 54100 allows the county to participate in cooperative purchasing agreements. Sourcewell 041823-STY is a cooperative agreement that is being referenced for this purchase. Therefore, Weld County Fleet Services Department is recommending approval of the ambulance stretcher cot gurney with power load system for a total cost of $53,368.25.
Questions for Toby or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, move to approve the resolution.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ross, second by Commissioner Buck to approve the resolution. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 3 is to consider quote for cooperative purchase of replacement vehicle pursuant to Sourcewell Contract 032824 ACT and authorize controller to sign any necessary documents for Autocar Truck LLC, Autocar Industries LLC, DBA Transwest Truck Trailer RV. Toby.
The Public Works Department requested a cab chassis that will be a replacement for the Maintenance Support Division. The capital purchase was approved in the 2026 budget. Weld County Code 54100, the county allows the county to participate in cooperative purchasing agreements. Sourcewell contract number 032824-ATC is the cooperative agreement that is being referenced for this purchase. Therefore, the Fleet Department is recommending approval of this purchase from Transwest Trucks for a total cost of $239,580.
Questions for Toby or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I move we approve contract 032824 ACT. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Buck, second by Commissioner Pepler to approve the resolution. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 4 is to consider quote for cooperative purchase of custodial consumable supplies pursuant to State of Colorado Cooperative Price Agreement number 202269 for Brady Industries of Colorado LLC, a Brady Plus company. Toby.
The Facilities Department purchases janitorial supplies for all Weld County buildings. Weld County Code Section 54100 allows the commissioners to participate in cooperative bids offered by the state without rebidding the same goods and services. Brady Industries has a State of Colorado pricing agreement number 202269. This agreement is valid from March 1st, 2026 through February 28th, 2027, with the option to renew for additional years. Therefore, the Facilities Department is recommending this award to buy from Brady Industries with the not to exceed amount for 2026 for $100,000.
Questions for Toby or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, move to approve agreement 202269.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ross, second by Commissioner Buck to approve the resolution. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank
Thanks, Toby. Number 5 is to consider appointment of Jackie Trout as Weld County Chief Financial Officer, CFO, and Director of Finance. Good morning, CFO. Well, I guess it's not formal yet.
Yes, good morning,
Yeah.
Commissioner.
Good morning, Ms. Trout. Comments? Why don't you introduce yourself to the county and to the good folks that we represent, and then you will endure questioning from the Board of County Commissioners.
Wonderful. I'd be happy to. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm Jackie Trout, excited to take on this challenge as CFO for Weld County, and it's just an honor and a pleasure to continue to serve the county that I've lived in my entire life. And this role is a dream and will be a dream and a challenge and all the things. So born and raised here. I graduated from Valley High School and UNC, and my family has established here in Eaton, maybe maybe to help those schools' future challenge or success as well. But just happy to be here today.
Ms. Trout, are you confident that this county can handle 3 Valley Vikings in such a position as that what we're in?
More than confident.
Okay. Comments, please. Please, Commissioner Maxey.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Jackie, welcome to the team. Just very excited to have you here. Very excited to see how just your extensive experience is going to help Weld County. But more so, I'm just very excited that you are born and raised here in Weld County. You know Weld County. You know all the communities. I'm just very thrilled that we have someone of your caliber that's joining the team. So welcome. Look forward to working with you.
Commissioner Ross, please.
Jackie, I'm excited to have you on board. Not often a person's prior place of employment will reach out and say what an amazing job you're doing and have done for them and are going to do for Weld County, and are excited for your new role. And you had that not just once, but twice. And so your city manager reached out, as well as Mayor Rudy reached out to me and stuff like that. Nothing but high praises. I know we've got a winner in you, and it's going to be exactly what this county needs. And I'm excited to have you on board, excited at that knowledge and expertise you bring to the table. And I look forward to working with you. So welcome.
Thank you.
Commissioner Buck.
Oh, I want to thank you so much for accepting our RFP or whatever. But I'm so grateful that you're on board. You just connect so well with us, and we're thrilled to have you here. And your predecessors have said what a wonderful person you are. We are so grateful that you're here, and thank you. Thank you very much.
Commissioner Pepler.
Well, our chairman made the comment about you would come up here and answer our grueling questions. You have already done that quite a while ago before we offered the position. We challenged you with all kinds of situations and questions, and you rose to the task. And so all I have to say today is welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you're here.
I agree with Commissioner Ross on that email from Cody. It's not often that one gets an email saying, hey, you've made such a great choice. And of course, my response to that email was, it's not enough that you poach, it's more that you poach from friends. And so what is Evans's loss will certainly be Weld County's gain. And it's neat that you get to stay here. This has been a difficult position to hire for. Weld County was picky, and rightfully so. The good Lord has a good sense of timing. The fact that he, without a doubt, brought us the right candidate. Jack, it's a pleasure to have you here. With that said, Chair would entertain. Have we already moved? Have moved.
No,
Chair would entertain a
Mr.
motion.
Chair, I would move to approve Jackie Trout as the Weld County Chief Financial CFO and Director of Finance.
Second,
Thank
third,
you,
fourth.
Mr.
Motion by Commissioner Ross, second by everybody else to approve Jackie as our CFO. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Welcome, Jack. Now get to work. You got a lot to do.
We have a
Are
list.
we not doing the mandatory hazing on the first day?
No mandatory.
Okay, wow, you new day in Weld County.
Number 5. Oh, no, that was number 5. Number 6 is to consider contract ID 10641, application forms for return collection facility, registration of North and South Weld County household hazardous waste locations as collection sites for recycling of used petroleum motor oil containers, and authorize the chair to sign for Lubricants Packaging Management Association, powered by Interchange 360. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jason Cheshire with the Health Department. I'll say I think it's unfair that you stopped hazing new employees. Should have done that before I was hired. Anyway, this item seeks the board's approval to apply for a grant from Interchange 360 to purchase 2 Connex containers. This is the fruition of the Recycling Package and Paper Act that was passed in 2022. Our HHW facility will not be a drop-off site for used oil containers. That's what this is for used oil containers. We will not accept those containers from the public, but we receive a lot of containers with used oil in them. This will allow us to recycle those. It's a benefit to the county because we don't have to pay landfill costs to dispose of those containers otherwise. Again, this is simply a grant request to apply, receive the board's permission to apply for a grant. Obviously, we'll bring a contract back before the board if we are successful. This was presented to the board in a pass around on April 28th of this year, and I recommend that the board approve the grant application.
Questions for Jason or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I would move to approve contract ID 10641.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Pepler, second by Commissioner Buck to approve contract ID 10640. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 7 is to consider contract ID 10643, amendment number 1 to task order contract for Wise Woman Chronic Disease Prevention Program and authorize the chair to sign. Jason.
Thank you, sir. Wise Woman is a long-standing program of our department. It targets prevention of cardiovascular disease and diabetes for low-income women. Again, this is a continuation of the service. The total award would be $10,490 through September of this year. We're not requesting any new staff. The program will continue through existing staff, and I recommend that the board approve the contract.
Questions for the director or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve contract ID 10643.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Buck, second by Commissioner Pepler to approve contract ID 10643. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 8 is to consider contract ID 10644, amendment number 4 to task order contract for air quality program and authorize the chair to sign. Jason.
Thank you, sir. This is another longstanding program for the department for 25 plus years. Our department contracts with CDPHE to both perform air permit inspections and to respond to complaints. The funding for this year would be up to $121,351.44. That would be on a reimbursement basis. Essentially, we bill staff time to this grant. This was presented to the board on a pass around on April 28th of this year, and I recommend that the board approve the contract.
Questions or a motion, please?
Mr. Chairman, I would move to approve contract ID 10644.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Pepler, second by Commissioner Maxey to approve contract ID 10644. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 9 is to consider contract ID 10645, amendment number 2 to task order contract for a child fatality prevention system and authorize the chair to sign. Jason.
Thank you, sir. Another longstanding state mandated program at the county level. Our department facilitates a multidisciplinary child fatality review. Essentially, anytime that a child 18 or under passes away in Weld County, we have a committee that meets quarterly to review those fatalities. The idea being to identify and recommend mitigation steps to prevent additional deaths. A great example is we have a safe sleep program through our department that is a result of one of these committee reviews. A child co-sleeping, a young child, an infant co-sleeping with mother passed away. So the committee recommended, among other things, a safe sleep program. The grant, the contract renewal is for $15,000 for state calendar year beginning July 1st of this year, ending June 31st of next year, and I recommend that the board approve the contract.
Questions for Jason or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve ID 10645.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Buck, second by Commissioner Pepler to approve contract ID 10645. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Jason. Number 10 is to consider contract ID 10615, memorandum of agreement to temporary construction easement for County Road 74 and 31 intersection roundabout project, accept conveyance of same and authorize the chair to sign all necessary documents for Maxwell Family Partnership LLP. Good morning, Val.
Good morning. Val Mino, Public Works. Public Works is acquiring 0.188 acres of right-of-way and 0.047 acres of temporary construction easement from this landowner. An initial offer amount was unanimously approved by the Board of County Commissioners via pass around on March 31st, 2026. The total compensation for the landowners is $146,250.20. This amount is included in the 2026 Public Works budget.
Questions for Val or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I'd make a motion we approve contract ID 10615.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Maxey, second by Commissioner Buck to approve contract ID 10615. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 11 is to consider contract ID 10618, memorandum of agreement to purchase property interest for acquisition of public road right-of-way and temporary construction easement for County Road 74 and 31 intersection roundabout project, accept conveyance of same and authorize the chair to sign all necessary documents for Kenneth Olson. Val.
Valmino Public Works. Public Works is acquiring 0.199 acres of right-of-way and 0.067 acres of temporary construction easement from this landowner. An initial offer amount of $60,284.80 was unanimously approved by the Board of County Commissioners via pass-around on April 21st, 2026. The landowners have agreed to this amount, and it is included in the 2026 Public Works budget.
Questions for Val or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I move to approve contract ID 10618.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Pepler, second by Commissioner Ross to approve contract ID 10618. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 12 is to consider contract ID 10627, memorandum of agreement to purchase property interest for acquisition of permanent slope easement for County Road 74 and 31 intersection roundabout, accept conveyance of same, and authorize the chair to sign all necessary documents for Haythorne Brothers LLP. Val.
Valmino Public Works. Public Works is acquiring 0.131 acres of permanent easement from these landowners. The landowners have agreed to the initial offer of $1,672.23, and that amount is included in the 2026 Public Works budget.
Questions for Val or a motion, please?
Mr. Chair, I'd move to approve the resolution.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Ross, second by Commissioner Maxey to approve contract ID 10627. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thanks, Val.
Thank you.
Good job, Val.
Number 13 is to consider Community Development Block Grant Advisory Committee recommendations for 2026 projects and funding allocation through Community Development Block Grant Program. Good morning, Cynthia.
Good morning, Commissioners. Cynthia Martin, Senior CDBG Analyst. It's that time again to look at our grant awards. The advisory committee listened to presentations in their March meeting from all the grant applicants and formulated their recommendations in April meeting and forward them along to you. We have the committee recommended awards for 6 of the projects, and they're a great slate of projects this year. The County Commissioners for this program has stated they have 3 priorities. One is to improve infrastructure and adequate, infrastructure to access to public services and housing preservation. So our slate here of projects that the committee has recommended cover all 3. So some good projects.
Questions for Cynthia or a motion?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the resolution.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Buck, second by Commissioner Pepler to approve the resolution. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cynthia.
This brings us to public comment. Each individual speaker is allowed a 3-minute period of time in which to direct comments to the board. Chair shall enforce the rules of order and decorum and will not accept comments regarding matters which are scheduled to be considered at a future public hearing, such as a land use hearing. In that event, the speaker will be asked to give their testimony at the appropriate public hearing, either in person or in writing, pursuant to the rules set forth in Section 2120E of the Weld County Code. Any public comment this morning, please? You'd kindly state your name and your address for the record. We'll give you 3 minutes to say your piece, sir.
My name is Clay Kinnison, and if I could please have my time wait to be started until I get my presentation up, I would appreciate that.
Oh, okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Aw.
Sorry about this.
A lot of times your device will treat that as a second screen instead of your main screen. Don't know if that helps.
Yeah. I guess I will just go ahead and present without this. And if you guys have questions, I would be happy to send you the information.
I'd encourage you to email that to commissioners@weld.gov.
Okay. I'll do that. Hello, my name is Clay Kinnison. I'm from Grover, Colorado in Weld County. I live at 55052 Weld County Road 95. I'm here to address you today based on our problems with the Pawnee Aggregate and Diesel Construction site. This is a frac stand storage and delivery system. We've had an average of 350 trucks going by our house 24/7. They have been operating since April 25th. That's a total of 5,950 trucks. The main issue is they operated this operation 2 years ago, and we have adjacent property on all sides of them. They have roughly about 5,000 acres. And 2 years ago, they operated on 118 and 95 at Pawnee Waste, where it does not disturb any houses, and they run on a good packed road. And they also still have an existing sand pile on County Road 114 from this previous operation where they could be operating. We have been plagued with dust, noise, just a general reduction in quality of life. And it's been hard on my family. We have tried to speak to the owners to resolve this issue. We have spoken to the state and Weld County, and there has been little help to resolve this issue. The state admitted this company is operating without proper permits from the Division of Reclamation, Mining, and Safety. This is a letter that was sent to the company, and I will read a quick excerpt. The approved mining plan does not include this type of operation. Therefore, the mining and reclamation plans need to be updated and clarified pursuant. Nothing about fining for running out of compliance, shutting down, or nothing. In their USR 12-0029, it states Pawnee Aggregate USR states that sand and gravel operations must be limited to the hours of daylight. We have security camera footage of 428 trucks going by our house in a 24-hour period, May 8th, 4 p.m. to May 9th, 4 p.m. My family has 100 years of agriculture history in Colorado, 90 years of agriculture history in Grover. I operate on the same land my great-grandfather was born on. We can't continue when the only thing I think about is 400 trucks going by my house. The most comfortable place right now for me is not at my house, and it's never been that way my entire life. If you have any questions, I'll field them, but that is my time.
Okay. Questions? Commissioner Maxey.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Kinnison, for coming in this morning. I always appreciate it when members of the public come in here. May I ask, is your mom Andrea?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I spoke with her last week. I know
Mhm.
she's been sending some emails back and forth with
Yes,
our
sir.
planning department. I've spoken with our planning department as well. I
Yes,
know our
sir.
director of planning is in the back.
Okay.
Maybe if you turn around real quick and he raises his hand.
Okay.
I would encourage you to speak with him
Yes, sir.
after we're done here in just a
Okay.
few minutes. I know that we're trying to work on some things and the planning department's trying to research the USR and
Yes, sir.
without getting into too much detail here, I feel like we're trying to move things along
Okay.
while at the same time totally recognizing the fact that you guys are suffering through some things that seem like they should not be allowed
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I know government is a slow process. I am a commissioner on the Colorado Groundwater Commission, so I understand the government process. But each passing day, 400 trucks is busier than a highway.
Mhm.
And my house is 72 yards from the road, and my parents' is 42 yards. My parents' house is a homestead from the Sligo, which was established in 1901. The house is over 100 years old.
Mhm.
I understand we must drill for oil and gas, but I don't think we should be collateral damage as a result.
I appreciate those
But I
comments.
appreciate your help in this issue.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mainly wanted to make sure you knew who David
Okay.
was in the back and
David,
that
I
you guys
appreciate
could
that.
talk. And also that I do appreciate reaching out and chatting with your
Okay.
mom and that we're trying to look into this as quickly
Yeah.
as we can.
Thank you. I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Additional questions?
I just want to thank you very much for being here.
Yeah, I appreciate you for hearing me out. I know that this is a thankless job and I know you get a lot of bombardment. You know, we're trying to be as peaceful as we can, but I can only take so much suffering of my family.
And I appreciate that, Commissioner, and please interact with
Okay,
David in
thank
the
you.
back.
Thank you, sir.
Additional public comments, please. Seeing none, we'll stand adjourned, and we do have a public hearing right now. Anybody need a bio break?
Please.
Take 5 minutes. Okay. Let's continue with our public hearings for May 11, 2026. Let the record reflect five county commissioners are here. At this point in time, I'd like to call up docket number 2026-03, please.
The petitioner is RM Heiner Construction Company, Inc., 2200 O Street, Greeley, Colorado, 80631. The request is a petition to vacate a portion of petition right-of-way generally located in the northwest quarter, section 31,665, and the east half, northeast quarter of section 36,666. Lying on parcels numbers, long numbers, 08033120009, subject to dedicated and recorded easements and rights of way. Location is southeast of the intersection of North 25th Avenue and O Street, north of, and the southern property boundary of the parcel number I mentioned before being between the Cashlaputa River and O Street. And I think I already did the legal description, so that's the notice.
Okay. Val, please.
Okay, Val Mino, Public Works. Weld County Public Works has received a petition to vacate road right-of-way from RM Heiner Construction Company Incorporated. Right now, you are sitting here. See the little red thing?
I appreciate the orientation.
They are our neighbors here. Their parcels are outlined in light blue over here. The right of way we're vacating, as you'll see on the next slide, it starts up in this north west corner and then comes down here and ends at the bike path, the Weld County bike path, which is not included in the vacation. This is the legal description and exhibit submitted by the petitioner. This piece of right-of-way was originally established in a road viewers report, which was recorded in the commissioner's records in 1871. I've been told by several sources that it is likely part of a very old gun barrel road that originally connected Greeley straight to Fort Collins. Yeah. Let's see here.
I wasn't around.
It's going to ask for a reference.
I do agree with the description that was the roadway.
Vacation of this right-of-way is a step needed to come into compliance with the Weld County Planning Department. Referrals were sent to departments within Weld County, and they are all in support of the vacation. Referrals were sent to outside entities. Many were received and all were in support of the vacation. We received comments from Excel and Lumen, but their property rights are not affected by the portion that is being vacated. Referrals were also sent to landowners residing within 500 feet of the proposed right-of-way vacation, and no negative responses were received. We had one response, but it seemed like they thought it was that we were going to build a road there. So no negative responses there. Staff recommends approval of the RM Heiner Construction Company Incorporated right-of-way vacation as presented.
I, for one, would like a more direct route to Fort Collins, but seeing that it hasn't happened since 1870, I guess we can all. Questions for Val, please. Okay. Certainly the applicants are here. If you have anything further to add, all good.
Yeah, like an old gun, they call it gun barrel because it would go straight from Greeley to Fort Collins.
Well, you weren't around either, I'm assuming, so
Nobody was around.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Questions of Val? This is public hearing, Bruce.
It is.
Okay. It's a public hearing. I'd like to open the meeting for comments from the public pertaining to the vacation, the roadway vacation. Any comments from the public on docket 2026-03, please? Seeing none, Chair would bring it back to the board for action, please.
Mr. Chair, make a motion that we approve the RM Heiner Construction Company Incorporated right-of-way vacation as presented by staff.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Maxey, second by Commissioner Pepler to approve the resolution. Further discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank
With
you.
that, we will stand adjourned.